Greetings, my dear students. This is Balakrishnan again from BALAS Accountancy Special Classes. Welcome to my 41st episode. Well, for the last two episodes, we have been with the conversion method under single entry system of maintaining accounts. In this episode, I am taking up a complex sum of the conversion method. I repeat, a complex one. A question said in the CA final May 1981 exam. A question said in the CA final May 1981 exam. I am sure this sum will be a comprehensive one and it will give you a nice exposure. So, as usual, let me switch over to my sharing mode of this video. Thank you. Well, students, this is the sole sum of the day. I'll be doing it very slowly only because it's a complicated sum. Each and every element you have to learn thoroughly. It may be a sum set for CA final, all syllabus May 1981. Doesn't matter, but very useful to those who learn conversion method. Let me read out the question. And at the outset, I have a request. Kindly write down the question. You may not be able to manage this question. So unless you have the question readily available at your end, it won't be effective at all when I go on explaining every element. Okay, I'm reading it out. The purpose is to, one, you will hear me, and again, you can pause it and write it down also. Okay, well, the question is like this. Prepare a trading account, profit and loss account for the year ended 31st December 1978 and a balance sheet as at that date from the following information available from the books of a trader. 31/12/77 information, that is last year, and current year 31/12/78. Well, they have given it in several segments. Segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, segment 4, segment 5, and segment 6. I'm reading out everything. Segment 1, liabilities and assets. Bank balance, cash in hand, prepaid expenses, stock, opening as well as closing figures. Debtors for sales. We are supposed to find out in the closing figures. Bill receivable. This means there wasn't anything, but closing we have to find out. Furniture at written down value. Opening as well as closing figures. So this written down value you have to carefully note. Creditors for purchases. Outstanding liabilities, both opening as well as closing. Next segment. Receipts and payments during 1978. Collection from debtors after allowing 2.5% discount. Proprietor's drawings, capital introduced by the proprietor. Purchase of furniture at the middle of the year. 4% government securities purchased at 96% on 1/7/78. Expenses. Sale of scrap, payment creditors, of course, after receiving 2% discount, proceeds of bill receivable discounted at 2%. Many of these necessitates incidental calculations. We'll do it. Okay. Third segment. Sales are made so as to realize 33 and 1/3% on sale proceeds. The 33 and 1/3% means it's 1/3 of 100. Similarly, 50% means what? Half of 100. Okay, like that. 4. Goods worth rupees 5,000 were taken by the proprietor. Fifth element. During the year, bills receivable worth rupees 1,50,000 were drawn on debtors. Of this, bill amounting to rupees 30,000 were endorsed in favor of the creditors. Out of this latter amount, bill for rupees 50,000 was dishonored by the debtor. And the last segment, sales and purchases are made on credit. Okay. So I'm re-showing the question. Okay. First segment. Second segment. Third segment. Fourth segment. Fifth segment, and the last segment. I hope you have written down it and it is readily available at your end. Okay. Well, students, first of all, let us prepare cash and bank account. There are so many side accounts we have to prepare. Cash and bank, total debtors account, bill receivable, total creditors account, furniture account, and opening balance sheet. Okay. First of all, let me deal with the cash and bank account. You may ask why this cash and bank together it has been prepared. Why not separately? Reason is simple. They have given the opening as well as the closing amount of the cash as well as the bank. So we can combine it and show it. Is it not? It will reduce our work. Okay. Practically receipts and payment account. Fine. So these figures I am showing there. 20,000, 3,000, 23,000, 9,400 and 2,000, 11,400 closing balance. Now, this segment 2, receipts and payments. This is nothing but physical inflow into the cash box or into the bank, as well as physical outflow from the cash box or the bank. We have no option but to show this amount as it is. Okay, 1 rupee also we cannot change it. Okay, so one by one I'm showing. Collection from debtors, 5,85,000. Yes, I've shown it there. Next one. Proprietor drawings, 50,000. You know, it's a payment. I've shown it there. Next. Capital introduced by the proprietor, inflow into the cash or bank. 95,150. I've shown there. Purchase of furniture, 20,000. I've shown it there. 4% government securities purchase, 96,000. As it is, I've shown there. Payment, purchase of securities. Okay. Expenses, 2 lakh. I've shown there. Sale of scrap, receipt. I've shown there. Payment to creditors, payment. I've shown there. Now, they say proceeds of bill receivable. That means we discounted bills and the money moved to the bank. That means receipts. That also I shown. Now we find that the accounts are tallied both the sides. That means this account is taken care of and we are not going to get any missing information. So cash and bank account has been satisfactorily prepared. Well, students, next let us take up the preparation of total debtors account. Mind, this sum is having bill receivable also. So debtors account has to be prepared in tandem with bill receivable account. Okay. Now, balance brought forward in the debtors account, 2,30,000. Okay. 2,30,000. Bill receivable, of course, we have not been given any figure. Fine. I'm just finishing this total debtors account first. Cash and bank, of course, you have shown here 5,85,000, but still there is something more that I am showing. What is it all about? Actually, this is what 5,85,000. Collection from debtors 5,85,000 after allowing 2.5% discount. So discount we are supposed to find out. It is like that. On 100 rupees, 2.5 discount. That means amount received is 97.5. If I received 5,85,000 with cross multiplication, I will get it 15,000 as my discount. Okay, that I'm showing you. So these two I've shown here. All the entries on bank account debtor, discount account debtor, to debtors. Okay, so these are explained to you. And what about this 1,50,000? Well, in the question they told us, during the year, bill receivable worth rupees 1,50,000 were drawn on debtors. So the journal entry for drawing the bill on debtors is nothing but bill receivable to debtors. Debit what comes, credit the giver. Those of you have done the bill of exchange, I'm sure you are very clear about it. So bill receivable to debtors 1,50,000 or debtors by bill receivable. So these three entries I explained to you as far as this is concerned. And of this bill amounting to rupees 30,000 were endorsed in favor of creditors. So, when a bill is endorsed in favor of creditors means what will be the journal entry? It will be debit the receiver and credit what goes out. So total creditors account data 30,000 to bill receivable. Okay, after on receiving the bill, you can handle it so many ways. You can have it discounted, you can endorse it to somebody, or can just keep it in the cupboard till it is met. So here they have endorsed to somebody. Okay, total creditors to bill receivable or bill receivable credited by creditors 30,000. Okay. Further, what they told, out of this letter amount, bill for rupees 5,000 was dishonored by the debtor. So it's a case of endorsed bill dishonored. Here also, your knowledge about bill of exchange chapter I could record. That means who will be debited and who will be credited. Debtors have to be debited and creditors have to be credited. That's why debtors to creditors or creditors by debtors. X account debtor to Y is nothing but Y is credited by X. That's the rule of posting. Okay. So total debtors account debtor to creditors 5,000, or in other words, creditors by debtors 5,000. So let's see here. This I explained. This I explained. This too I explained. This also explained. And the major thing, we all know that debtors account means predominantly account will be debited by sales. How I got this 7,05,000? Sales. Let's go back to the question. They say sales are made so as to realize 33 and 13% on sale process. Wherever you see 33 and 13% means 1/3 of 100. Okay. Let's do some calculation now. It's like this. Let us first go for the cost of the goods sold. We know the opening stock, we know the closing stock. Of course, purchase. You'll ask, how did you get the purchase? Okay. Purchase means which account? Creditors account. Well, creditors account. Balance brought down 2,20,000 already there. Okay. And closing balance, these two figures I have placed there. And this 30,000 corresponding entry only I explained to you. Bill endorsed dishonored 5,000. This also I explained to you. Is it no? Yes. So credit side entries are okay. Debit side 30,000 explained, and this 3,92,000 just been very clearly given. Payment to credit is 3,92,000 after receiving discount. Okay, discount we'll find out. Fine, 3,92,000. Then how did I get 8,000 discount? What they say? After receiving 2% discount, they have been given this amount. So they expect us to work back and get the discount. Okay. It is like this. Suppose 100 rupees means payable 100 means 2 rupees discount. So paid will be 98. If I paid them 3,92,000 means cross multiplication discount will arrive at 8,000. That's what exactly I have shown here. Okay. So this entry explained, this explained, this explained, this explained, this explained, this explained everything. You find there's a gap, and predominantly credit side means purchase. So that is the way we have got the purchase here. So very interesting, na? That's the way we have got the purchase. Okay. So purchase also we have got here. Now sales, it will help us to find the cost of the goods sold. Okay. Opening stock and closing stock, already I'm again showing you opening stock and closing stock 70,000 and 60,000. Okay, fine. 70,000, 60,000. Purchase just now we have found out 4,60,000, 65,000. So opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock, that's the cost of the goods sold. That is 4,70,000. And on that GP rate, here they are given the GP rate 33 and 13 on selling price, whereas we don't know selling price now. So convert this one in terms of the GP rate on cost. That will come 50%. You can work it out. See, GP rate expressed in terms of selling price will be lower as compared to the same being expressed in terms of cost price. 25% on cost price is equal to 20%. Similarly, 50% on cost price is equal to 33 and 1/3 and vice versa. Since they have given 33 and 1/3, we will take this 50%. That is convenient for us. So 50% on the cost, that is half of it, 2,35,000. So sales, this plus this, 7,05,000. Should I explain again? Opening plus purchase minus closing stock, that is cost of the goods sold, and gross profit, I got 2,35,000 because they said in the question they have told that sales are made so as to realize 33 and 1/3 on sale proceeds. But that means on selling price 33 and 1/3. That is equivalent to 50% on cost price. So 50% of this is 2,35,000. So total sale is cost of the goods sold plus gross profit 7,05,000. So that we are going to show in the debtors account. This is explained, this is explained, now this also explained, this explained, this explained, this also explained. There is a gap, 1,90,000. That is a closing balance. The missing figure, we have got it. Okay. And what about bill receivable account? This has been explained, this explained, this explained, this explained. These two has got the closing balance 57,500. And move to the creditors account. This I explained to you. Is it not? 30,000 corresponding figures, 30,000, right. Cash and bank, 3,92,000 and 8,000 I explained to you just now, when I showed you the calculation, 3,92,000 and 8,000. This is there, this is there. This is already explained. So difference is purchase and creditors account stands tally. Okay. Well, students, let us now take up the furniture account. It's very easy. Opening 70,000, closing 82,000. Let us check it. 70,000 and 82,000. Okay. And 20,000 purchase. Of course, in the cash, I'll explain the cash book I've shown you. By furniture, 20,000. And the difference is 8,000. That is nothing but depreciation. So, depreciation is the missing figure. That also we have found out. Okay? Now, opening balance sheet. What for? To get the opening capital. It's also very easy. You are an expert, of course, having prepared so much statement of affairs sum. We are just listing down whatever is shown here. Two items only liabilities, 2,20,000 and 30. All others are assets. Okay. And the difference is nothing but my capital, opening capital. That is 1,48,000. Now let us take up the preparation of final accounts. So trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st December 1978. Opening stock, closing stock, everything as it is given in the question. Okay. 70,000 and 60,000. 70,000 and 60,000. And sales we have arrived at in our debtors account, 7,05,000. Rather, we worked out and incorporated in the debtors account. Anyway, so 7,05,000. Purchase. Purchase has been the balance figure in the creditors account, 4,65,000. Okay. However, they are mentioned in the question, goods worth ₹5,000 were taken by the proprietor. That is drawings. Okay, we are reducing, and this is the purchase applied for the sales, 4,60,000. So we have balanced the account and got the gross profit that has been brought forward. Now all this interest on securities, discount on debtors, discount on bill receivable, we had worked out and we got the amount 15,000. Discount on debtors, 15,000. Next, discount charges on bill receivable, 1,250. Discount received from creditors, 8,000. Yes, that also is there. Okay. And again, interest on securities, 2,000. Interest on securities, 2,000. These nominal accounts, they had not directly given. We worked out, and since it is nominal accounts, we have incorporated in the profit and loss account. Interest on securities, discount, and discount on debtors, discount on bill receivable. Okay. And this depreciation of the furniture, depreciation balance we had arrived at, no? That's also nominal account. Okay. So that we are shown here, right? And expenses, how I got expenses 1,83,000. Expenses paid during the year as 2 lakhs. That is paid. Out of that, we need exclusive expenditure for the current year. So outstanding this year, we have added. They are categorically told in this year that expenditure outstanding is 15,000. This year, last year, 30,000. 15,000 and 30,000. In other words, this year outstanding is pertained for the current year, that is added. Last year's outstanding paid out of this is not pertained for the current year, that is deducted. And prepaid expenditure. This year's prepaid expenditure has to be reduced. That means it is meant for next year. I reduced it. Last year's prepaid expenditure is meant for the current year. That has been added. Prepaid expenditure last year 5,000 and current year 3,000. Okay. So that has been accounted. I repeat. Paid amount has been given. 2 lakhs. This year's outstanding 15,000 added, because that is pertained for the current year. Last year's outstanding paid in this one is not pertained for the current year, that has been deducted. And whatever I prepaid this year for next year, I have deducted. And whatever I prepaid last year for this year, I have added. And 1,83,000. Show expenses in the P&L account. Okay. I've shown that also. So this is explained, this is explained, this is explained, this is explained, this also explained, this also explained, this also explained. And sale of scrap here, okay, 5,000. Right. So each and every item we have considered. And on balancing this one, we get our net profit, that is 42,750. Now let us move to the balance sheet. Cash in hand. Go to the side account. Check. What has been the cash in bank? 2,000 and 9,400. Cash in bank. This has been even otherwise given in the question also. Is it not? 2,000 and 9,400. Okay. So 2,000 and 9,400. Sundry debtors. Okay. Let us go to the sundry debtors. 1,90,000. 1,90,000. Bill receivable. Okay. Bill receivable. 57,500. 57,500. Stock in trade. It is clearly given 60,000. Okay. And interest accrued. We know that any adjustment comes in 2 places. Interest accrued 2,000. Interest on securities. We worked out. Okay. As a normal account, we are shown here. Since we have received it as an asset, as a current asset, we are showing it here. Prepaid expense also similarly. And investment, 96,000. 96,000. When otherwise in our cash book also it is available. Okay. So 96,000 we are shown there. Right. Furniture. Let's go back to the furniture account itself. 82,000. This is the way it is shown. total minus depreciation. That's the way it is shown in the balance sheet. 90,000 gross minus current year's depreciation, 82,000. Total this side comes 5,05,900. Okay. Let us move to the liability side. Creditors, 2,60,000. 2,60,000. Outstanding expenses. These are all already we have discussed, but again, I'm showing that current year's outstanding expenses, 15,000. Okay. So that also. Then capital, we have found out through our opening statement of affairs 1,48,000 as the opening capital. Okay, that is taken here. Introduction of capital, it's available in the question itself, 95,150. Okay, that also we added. Net profit 42,750. Okay, to whether it comes this much. Drawings, whatever drawings they have given, 50,000 only. Okay, whereas we are showing it as 55,000. Why? We know that this 5,000 goods taken. Okay, that's also drawings only. So total drawing is 55,000. And my latest capital is 2,30,900. So that side and this side both 5,05,900. It is tallied. Okay. I hope I explained everything, right? I hope this sum has benefited you a lot. Let us just recapitulate the features of this sum. Number one, we opened a bill receivable account, is it not? In tandem with the total debtors account, right? In tandem with the total debtors account. It has been clearly indicated in the question that there is no opening balance in the bill receivable account. I repeat, there is no opening balance in the bill receivable account. However, transactions pertaining to the bill receivable account, what we have been given in the question, we have incorporated in the account and as such obtained a closing balance of bill receivable account. A missing information as indicated in the question. Okay. We have posted the corresponding double entry aspect of the bill receivable account in other accounts such as total debtors account, cash and bank account, and in the total creditors account extra also. I repeat, item number 2, we have posted the corresponding double entry aspect of the bill receivable account in other accounts such as the total debtors account, cash and bank account, and in the total creditors account extra also. Well, as far as the cash and bank account is concerned, please note that we have been given the opening as well as the closing balance of both the cash and the bank. Hence, we are combined and a single account has been maintained. Okay. Item number 3, cash and bank account, bill receivable account, total debtors account, total creditors account extra were operated in tandem, thereby ensuring the double entries simultaneously. Okay. Well, as far as the creditors accounts are concerned, we have been given in the question the opening as well as the closing balances of the total creditors account. Hence, after incorporating all other relevant items in this creditors account, we manage the value of the credit purchase. I repeat, we manage the value of the credit purchase, a missing figure. Since it has been categorically mentioned in the question that sales and purchases are made on credit, I repeat, on credit, this amount of purchase is what relevant for our trading account. Next, point number 5. Sales amount has not been directly given in the question. However, we are in a position to find out the cost of the goods sold. We know the formula, opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock is cost of the goods sold. Those information is nicely available in the sum. And based on the gross profit rate, ascertainable from the information given in the question, we could find out the value of the sales also. Okay. And based on the GP rate, we can find out. In fact, directly they are not given the GP rate. We have found out from the GP rate they are given in what way? They have given the GP rate based on the cost of the goods sold only. We are converted into GP rate based on the sales and applied on the sales. Okay, this rate we applied on the sales and we got the gross profit. Okay, and point number 6, since the sales are made on credit only, as is given in the question categorically, we have taken the sales figure as it is in the trading account. We are not worried about the cash sales because it is so clear that there were no cash sales. Similarly, we are not worried about the cash purchase also. Is it not? And of course, the same has been essentially incorporated in the total debtors account also. Okay, sales figure, credit sales has to appear in the total debtors account. That also we are ensured. Point number 7, when an endorsed bill is dishonored, we have debited the total debtors account and also credited the total creditors account. This is a very important point. Many often students make mistakes. Please ensure that both the accounts are affected. Okay. Next point, point number 8. Since the opening value of the furniture and the closing written down value of the same is given. I repeat, written down value, closing written down value of the same is given. We could determine the amount of depreciation. We could determine the amount of depreciation being the difference in the furniture account. Of course, in the debit side of furniture account, we have taken into account the cost of purchase of the furniture during the year. Okay. Next, point number 9. Opening as well as the closing amount of outstanding liabilities. I repeat, outstanding liabilities have been given to us. We know that outstanding liabilities are in respect of expenses. It appears they club together a number of expenses together and a single weight expenses they are shown. Okay. And there is just a single amount given against expense. We adjusted these liabilities against these expenses. Okay. Also, we adjusted the same for prepaid expenses. And finally, arrived at the amount of expenses exclusively for the current year. And this is what required for our profit and loss account. Okay. So we adjusted to the expenses, outstanding liabilities, as well as the prepaid part. And arrived at the amount exclusively for the purpose of profit and loss account. Okay. And point number 10. We appropriately calculated the discount allowed to debtors, discount suffered on bill receivable being discounted, discount received from creditors, and the half-yearly interest amount received on government securities. I repeat, we have appropriately calculated the discount allowed to debtors, discount suffered on bill receivable being discounted, discount received from creditors, and the half-yearly interest amount received on government securities. Point number 11. Finally, while preparing the profit and loss account, we ensured that the other nominal accounts, I repeat that other nominal accounts, information that we have arrived at, other than just the expenses what we have been given in the question. And these have been incorporated suitably in the profit and loss account. Okay, so not only just expenses, while observing the sum, we find that there are certain other nominal accounts also. That also we have invariably taken it in the profit and loss account. Okay, I hope you have thoroughly understood and is fully clear with each and every element of this sum. A comprehensive sum, and certainly worth practicing many times. Certainly worth practicing many times. Well, students, that's all in this 41st episode of mine. Take care of yourselves. Bye.